Hello everyone, my name is Carla Porter, and it's such an honor for me to be doing Dr. Jerry Savelle's Back to the Basic program. Dr. Savelle has asked me to share some things with you, and for my first episode, I want to share a revelation that has had a profound impact in my life. And so I've titled the series of messages I'm going to be doing, The Hearing Seed. How did the Lord reveal the hearing seed to me? Well, I've lived in Kenya for over 32 years as a missionary. And I would come back to the United States periodically, and I would frequently stay with Dr. Savelle and Miss Carolyn in their home. One Sunday, we were getting ready to go to church, and I was all dressed, had my purse and Bible in hand. My tithe check was written, when suddenly I heard very distinctly in my heart, "Give him a hearing seed." The Holy Spirit really arrested me when he said that. So I put everything down, and I got in my wallet, and I took out what was for me a precious seed. We went on to the service together, and during the praise and worship, the Holy Spirit fell on me in a profound way and told me two life-changing things. They both have changed the trajectory of my life. They changed my thinking and my perspective. And so that first hearing seed that I sowed into Dr. Savelle has marked my life. And I will eventually tell you about sowing a hearing seed, but I want to speak with you briefly this morning on hearing. Let's focus on that for a moment. God has designed us to hear from Him. He's designed us to hear from heaven. And why is this? It's because He desires intimacy with us. Hearing is not just a technical thing. We have a setup here this morning to record this message, and there's a lot of technicality involved in it. But hearing is not just a technical thing. God desires through our hearing to be intimate with us. He desires to commune with us. He desires that we would know Him and know Him better than we know anyone or anything else. He desires for us to seek Him and yearn for His fellowship. And it takes hearing to accomplish that. So many scriptures that I could share with you from the Old Testament regarding this, but one that really reflects the point that I'm making today is found in Genesis 18, when the Lord visited with Abraham. And Abraham was so thrilled to have visitors. He prepared a meal for his guests. And then the Lord spoke to Abraham. He said, about this time next year, your wife Sarah will have a son. And then he went on to share further with Abraham. By the way, having a meal in the East is a great act of intimacy. So the fact that Abraham prepared a meal for his guests, and they broke bread and they shared salt together, was a great act of intimacy. And then the Lord went on to share that because of the great wickedness in the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, He was going to judge them. And Abraham and the Lord began in the way that friends do, close people who are close to one another would do. They began to talk about what was going to happen in Sodom and Gomorrah. And Abraham said, Lord, far be it from you. What if there are 50 righteous in the city? And the Lord said, I won't destroy it. He said, what if there are 40 righteous? The Lord said, I won't destroy it. Well, what if there are 30? What if there are 20? And eventually they agreed together as friends that if 10 righteous people could be found in Sodom and Gomorrah, the Lord would not destroy these two cities. And then this story is told in Genesis 18, and we come to verse 33. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham. And Abraham returned to his place. Notice this word, communing. This is the King James Version. As soon as he had left communing, let that word sink in. He was communing with his friend Abraham. Other translations say, so the Lord went his way as soon as he had finished speaking with Abraham. How profound these scriptures are. I just want us to look briefly at the word commune, because when the Lord is speaking and when we are receiving, we're hearing what he's speaking, there is a communion that takes place. Get a new perspective of hearing today. You are in communion with the Lord whenever you are hearing and responding to him. The word commune means to converse. It means to impart. When the Lord's speaking and we're hearing, this is a profound way he imparts life to us. It means to give to another. Commune means to be a partaker, to communicate, to contemplate together. It means to reveal, to give, and to deliver. The Lord spoke to Abraham, our forefather in faith. Abraham heard from the Lord, and then he would speak to the Lord. Understand this, you can partake of the body and the blood in the communion ceremony, but hearing is also communion with God. Many people say, oh, I never hear from God. The Lord, for some reason, just doesn't speak to me. I want you to know that's not true. The Lord is speaking to you. You're his beloved child, and he longs for communion with you. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time.